Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
When I look like this, I'm like, how do I not have a boyfriend? But then I look at me and I'm like, of course I don't have a boyfriend. Not everyone can handle a bad bitch. But like, maybe I'll kiss a boy tonight. Who knows?
Wait, we all know. She was right though, not everyone can handle a snake, and pretty much everyone already saw one even in a zoo. And even though the snake can't do anything about it, well, neither can she. It's not like she can go outside and not see a boy, cause they're everywhere. So regardless if she's a bad bee or just a bee, some boy is gonna get herpes tonight.
Hey baddies, today we're talking about why he probably stopped liking you after you let him crack. This is a hard one, but wipe those tears away because we are going to get into the psychology of a man's brain today, which is actually way more simple than you might think. I've been there, done that. I've let a man crack and then he didn't like me after, and I was like, wait, I gave you everything you wanted, like why don't you like me? And that was exactly the problem, because I gave him everything he wanted. In a woman's brain, I feel like it is very easy to think that if you give a man what he wants, which is letting you sleep with him, that he will like you more. That makes sense to us, and that makes sense to him too, but he doesn't actually know what's going on in his brain. So we're going to get into why it seems like he doesn't like you anymore after you let him crack. So before he cracks, his brain is in chase mode. That means his dopamine, the little happy drug in his head, is bouncing off the walls. Every time you text him, dopamine hit. Every time you give him a little bit of attention, dopamine hit. Him wondering, what is she doing right now? Like, I wonder why she's not in my bed. I wonder why she's not texting me. All of those thoughts are keeping him in the dopamine loop, which is keeping him chasing you, which is keeping him liking you, and keeping him excited. So, when you actually let him crack too early on,
Well, there you go. Too early on. You don't need a psychological explanation for you being a 304. For me to see if I like you or not, I need to get to know you better. If I got to know every inch of your body before I got to know your favorite color, psychological reason or not, dopamine hit or not, I will not stick around to get to know your favorite color because I have no reason to. Isn't it funny how men started telling women, if you sleep with me too fast, I'm gonna just leave, and for some weird reason they go with, I'm gonna try to prove you wrong, and then they get mad when they realize that they should have just listened.
Big sister advice: if you are not a girl's girl, you're going to be struggling your whole life. Men come and go. And the person you're with right now that you're happy with has a 1% chance of actually being the one, okay? More likely or not, your girls are going to be there when he's not. So take care of your community, okay? I do not ever want to see a girl tear down other women just because men are watching. It is such despicable behavior. I can't. I hate seeing it. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing it. In fact, even the guys are like, what are you doing? So don't do that. Uplift your fellow girls. Like I said, your girls are your community. And I genuinely don't know what I'd do without my girls. And if you're having a wonderful relationship with a man, hanging out with him versus the girls, it's just not the same. There's different frequencies, there's different vibes, we relate on different levels. So take care of your girl group because that is your community first and foremost. Make it make sense, and good luck.
Make what makes sense. Did I miss something, or did we just started saying random words because we think they sound cool? Maybe I just got lost in all the frequencies and the vibes, and I'm surprised she didn't say energy. Even if you have a wonderful relationship, spend more time with your girls, so basically destroy that wonderful relationship. Can you just not spend time with your boyfriend and also your girls? I mean, you can't because you don't have a relationship, but some do. And where did you even got the 1% chance for him to be the one from? Cause that puts even the trust me bro moment to shame.
My friends and I came up with this analogy for online dating, and I need to share it with you. It is using a dating app is like dumpster diving. You are quite literally wading through trash trying to look for something worthwhile. Now, some people will come on here and be like, hold on, I did dumpster diving and I found a brand new Dyson Airwrap that was thrown out by Ulta and it was just sitting there and it's perfect and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for those girls too. I'm so happy for anyone who has done online dating and it has worked out for, For the majority of girls, it is just quite literally opening trash bag after trash bag and finding nothing but useless stuff and trying to convince yourself that it was worth jumping in this dumpster. And it wasn't worth jumping in the dumpster, but you keep convincing yourself, no, because this is how I'm gonna find a Dyson Airwrap. I have to keep dumpster diving if I want a chance at finding a Dyson Airwrap. But my argument is we need to get out of the dumpster. We need to walk into a Sephora or walk into a Dyson store and find the Dyson there. And by that, I mean spending your time actually cultivating a community in the space where you would want to find your partner. For example, my friend is looking for a Christian man who loves hiking as much as she does. Instead of spending time on dating apps with people who claim to like those things, go join a group of people who actually spend their weekends going on hikes, or join a new Bible study full of people who are going to possibly introduce you to your new husband. And people are going to say, well, that's going to take too much time. That takes too much energy and too much time. I don't have that time and energy. Is it really more time and energy than it takes to keep getting ready and putting yourself together for a date or a drink with some random guy that you met on the internet who is going to ghost you over and over and over again? Because I will tell you right now, that is a humiliation ritual and we should not be feeding into it anymore. So get out of the dumpster and go into the store.
Yeah, I will ghost you just because you punished me by having to listen to you for almost 2 minutes. Oh, I'm interested in scuba diving and I'm gonna go scuba diving to meet my future husband. You do know that someone you've met in real life might ghost you just as easily as if you've met him on a dating app, right? Also, chances are the guy you've met when hiking, you already looked at him on a dating app and you said, oh, trash. Men do make about 64% of dating app users. When you start complaining about how you can't find a man on a dating app, that's more of a you problem instead of the men that are on dating apps. Maybe the problem is more that you're bald to begin with and you're looking for a Dyson hair whatever.
Tell me why I accidentally became a misogynistic man for 3 weeks of my life because my boyfriend took some time off of his job and I was working extra hard at mine. And I would come home and I'd be like, why aren't the dishes cleaned? Or I'd be like, can you make me lunch? And just the stuff I would be saying to him. I'm just like, oh my God, this is the kind of stuff like you're not supposed to say to women. I was trying not to get mad at him, but I would be like, the house is a mess. The stuff I was saying was wild.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, you did not become a misogynistic man, you remained a woman. Quite a few of you just hate to see your man happy, it is in fact that easy. I'm also willing to bet he never came home and started complaining about the dishes not being clean, but you did that in less than 3 weeks. So again, sorry, but you did not become a man, you remained a woman.
So, in case you missed it, the once respected New York Times published this, and it was so bad and had so much backlash that they tried to change the headline twice, ending up with 3 total headlines, each arguably worse than the last.
Yeah, so an article titled Did Women Ruin the Workplace gets published and who is she gonna blame? Oh, well, you're never going to guess, so I'm just gonna tell you. Men, did women ruin the workplace? Which they absolutely did, but it's because of men. Women don't like working with each other, women CEOs don't like hiring other women, and it's somehow men's fault.
Okay, so I just want to. Can I tell you how thankful I am? While I am still single at 33 years old, I have successfully avoided the divorce era because in the past week, I have talked to 4 people who have been divorced and or going through a divorce. 4. I've never been married. I have no kids. I don't bring baggage from relationship to relationship because I work on myself before I get into another relationship. And I am so happy about that. And the people who are divorced that I'm talking to, they all say generally the same thing. Like, they ignored flags in the beginning. They just went with it because that's what you were supposed to do. And it was very, very, like, surface level, and they just, like, settled. And now these people are looking for exactly what I am looking for, but I have less baggage than them. And I feel like that is a win in my book.
Oh, well, of course it is. Sure, you could have always looked for red flags and not ignored those red flags, and maybe now you would be happily married, but at least you don't have any baggage. What I call a win is that she never claimed that she's happier being single. All she was trying to say was that she doesn't have baggage.
Why is it suddenly that, like, every 15-year-old boy on planet Earth is a gym rat? Like, can you just go vandalize something? What the I go in there and it's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in like the boys' locker room in a high school. I'm like, what the is going on? That everyone's built like The Undertaker. And I'm like, can you go be fucking teenagers?
Can you just go inside the gym and maybe mind your own business? How sad, miserable, and pathetic your entire existence must be if you get butthurt by some teenagers minding their own business? Can you just leave them alone? I get it, you feel that urge to talk trash about men. Talk trash about me. Leave those kids alone.
If I found out my best friend cheated on her boyfriend, I would probably cheat on my boyfriend too, just because I love her and I love when we have the same stuff going on.
Can anyone explain to me what's the incentive for men to still be good men? Anyone still find a good reason anymore? Cause I can't. And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.